We're off to a movie that you and I have seen together. Not together, but we've seen in different times during the
Holding
week.
hands as we were
Holding
watching
hands.
it.
Well, the reason why I'm saying together, because it almost seems like together, because Inheritance is a movie that's shot on the iPhone. When you hear something like that, shot on the iPhone, Eric Holmes, are you excited to hear or watch the movie? Or is it so passe now that when they say a movie shot on the iPhone that you don't even blink an eye?
It's the latter. I don't blink an eye. Just because
It doesn't impress you.
the
It doesn't impress you anymore, that kind of stuff.
no, because the technology is so good that like you can. I mean that's the cool thing about technology. It makes it easier to do things. The consumer grade camera is the difference between a consumer grade camera and a professional grade camera is that line is getting thinner and thinner every day.
That is fair. That is fair. So with Inheritance, it centers on this woman named Maya, played by Phoebe Dynevor. And Phoebe Dynevor was in a movie maybe a year or 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, called Fair Play, currently on Netflix. I know it got a lot of buzz and acclaim when it came out. I don't think Eric Holmes has seen Netflix, neither has Bruce. I haven't seen Fair Play. Now I want to see Fair Play after watching Phoebe Dynevor in this movie directed by Neil Berger. I don't know, Eric Holmes, if you've seen a bunch of Neil Berger's movies. I think he directed a movie called Limitless. He directs Inheritance and he's a co-writer on Inheritance, which is co-written by Berger and Olin Senhauer. And the movie centers, again, like I said, on Maya, played by Phoebe Dynevor. Her mother passes away. She's been caretaking her mother for quite a while. And when her mother passes away, at the funeral, her father, who she or nor her sister has seen in quite a while, her father Sam, played by Rhys Ifans, he comes and he actually says hi to her, and he wants to bond back again with his estranged daughter Maya, and they have lunch or dinner. I forget which type of which type of service they had. Was it dinner or lunch? I think possibly dinner. He
I think it was
pers-
dinner because
dinner.
it was nighttime.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Yeah, and he persuades her to come with him and join him on his business venture. She's supposed to entertain some clients because he has this new business venture going. And at first, she's reluctant because they're estranged and she hasn't seen him for so long. But he gives her, I think, around $7,000 or $8,000. He promises to pay her $1,000 a day to help her on his business ventures. And she's still suspicious, but when she has thousands of dollars on in an envelope and she's hard up for money, and she wants to know a little bit more about her dad. Where's her dad been all these years? Her interest is peaked. So she follows him on his journey. I forgot one of the places they go to. Do they go to the Abu
Oh,
Dhabi, Dubai? Do they go to Dubai first? Let's just say that there are so many parts around the world supposedly that
yeah.
are featured in Inheritance. Maybe several very
It's pretty much a travel log.
It is very good, Eric. It is Inheritance is a travel log because what happens is Maya. Something happens when she's at a lounge with her father over dinner, and he's talking
That
about.
that that was the part I thought you were talking about when he said where they go to dinner or whatever,
Oh,
where
okay,
where
right,
he
yeah,
gets up on the phone and leaves and
okay,
then calls her.
right. No, that was another dinner, but that was in fairness, that was a dinner that happens maybe 5 or 10 minutes later. Once they're
Yeah,
actually in the location, they have the dinner that Eric Holmes mentions, and he leaves the restaurant and he tells her, "Get out of." He tells her, "Maya, get out of the restaurant right now. Get out of the restaurant right now. There are cops coming." And she gets out of the restaurant and she doesn't know what's going on. And then she gets a phone call and saying that from her dad Sam, and Sam says that he has been kidnapped, and unless she actually goes through the motions and find some important information that he holds, okay, and she gives that piece of information to a bunch of to the people who are holding him hostage, he will be killed. So the rest of the narrative deals with Maya basically under the gun, trying to find that piece of information or that item that her father needs, getting that item, and then exchanging that item with the cutthroats, the criminals who have her father hostage. That is the premise of Inheritance for a movie that's shot on the iPhone. I understand what Eric's saying about this. I was impressed by there's this one sequence that happens. I forget. I think was it in India where it's a motorbike and a bunch of cars, and
Mm.
that
Yes.
whoa. Seriously, folks, in my opinion, you can have your thoughts about whether this movie works or not, but you need to see this action sequence that happens in the middle of the movie. It's really cool. I'm gonna go right after Eric after he does his review if I think the rest of the movie works. But Eric Holmes, your overall review of Inheritance.
Yeah, at first the camera stuff was sort of frustrating, especially like, they go over by the pyramids and everything. I'm like, oh, here's a part where you can have this like really cool shot, and it's just kind of like the camera's just kind of limp and just kind of, it's not really capturing anything. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
But then in other parts, like you mentioned with that chase, the camera in front of them over the shoulder behind, like you can see what's going on behind them. It gives kind of like a claustrophobic feel, and then you see what's going on behind them, the person chasing them, and then it just kind of makes it like oh no, they're catching up on you, speed up, or whatever's going to happen. But then again, you don't know what's coming up front because you can't see it, and you just want the camera to turn around, and it's like, yeah, it's just real stressful in a good way. It's real stressful
I
to
want to
watch
watch
that.
that scene again. I want to watch that sequence again. That's how good it is.
Oh yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah. So like early on when the camera was sort of frustrating me, later on it's kind of like I'm kind of I'm kind of digging this. Like it took me a while to get into the style, but once I did, it sort of worked for the movie. I'm trying to think of the Neil Burger movies I've seen. Saw The Illusionist.
Okay, there you go. Those are those big.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Limitless, don't
Limitless.
remember watching. Divergent, don't remember watching.
Mm.
Um, so like his movies are anywhere from don't like it to forgettable. Not this one. No, this one's pretty dang good.
Well, Eric, how
And
about the
the
suspense part? Sorry, the suspense part, the Hitchcockian stuff, the mystery. Okay, we mentioned the action stuff, which is good. Okay,
yeah,
but it's important that you like the other stuff.
I
Did
mean
that work for you?
that's pretty much the whole movie until like the last fifth of the movie, I would say.
Sure.
That there's
Sure.
this part where it turns less from suspense to now we're resolving plot at this point. Um, and then it becomes something else entirely. But even that part, I like that part.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah, this is like front to back, pretty solid. And this it has like so her dad is it you can cut this out if you need to, but I mean he's a spy. You figure that out
Oh, right. Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
early on.
Yeah. It's actually
Okay.
says that on the plot line, so it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
I,
good.
I I wasn't sure if that I didn't think that was a spoiler, but I just
No.
tiptoeing around that. So typically with spy movies, you get way too much plot and way too many it's fine to have a couple turns and twists here and there, but spy genre usually goes really heavy with that and gets way too much. And those can be fun to watch, but a lot of times I'll just kind of turn my brain off and go, "Oh, I don't know what's going on. I just know that person wants that thing, and that person doesn't want them to have that thing, so I'll just roll with that." And then they explain more plot, and it's just like, just washing over me. I don't care. This is a lot more tighter. It kind of there doesn't seem to be a lot of overdeveloped plot or intrigue with this one. It's just pretty simple cat and mouse, try to get my dad safe sort of
It
thing.
yeah, it just goes, right? There's not too much
Yeah.
fat on this, right? It's good. It's a
I mean, we talked about Steven Soderbergh. It was kind of like Haywire. It's just once the movie starts, it just goes, or like Run Lola Run. It's just like once it starts, it just kind of goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really enjoyed Inheritance. I wasn't I didn't I have not seen Bridgerton, okay? But Phoebe Dynevor is supposedly her acting career is taking off after Bridgerton and the aforementioned Fair Play. She's good as the lead in Inheritance. I really enjoyed this movie. It's in theaters January 24th. Eric Holmes, what is your rating on Inheritance?
Oh, this one's tough. Actually, it's not that tough. 4.5.
Four and a half
I
stars.
think, yeah, I think there's like if they probably could have, and I know that it was the style they were going for, but if they could have taken more care with the cinematography earlier on, I think it probably would have. This could have been five, but
Mm.
I mean,
So you give me
four
four
and a
and a half.
half's nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing to sneeze at. Eric Holmes, Greg Truzvasti. I'm speaking to myself in my third person. In the third person, what did I give it? What's my rating for Inheritance? Which I thought was a very first-rate action thriller. Eric Holmes, what do you think?
Four
Rate
stars.
4.5 stars for
Oh,
Inheritance.
okay.
Look, great
I
action,
I used to be
solid story.
great at this game.
Yes, and excellent performance by Phoebe Dynevor. We also have to mention Rhys Ifans, who's very good in this movie. You guys might know him for his work in Notting Hill, in that what I think he played Spike, that scene stealing guy Spike in Notting Hill. But really loved Inheritance. Again, 4.5 stars for me and Eric Holmes, in theaters January 24th. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews